I wanted to make a message. I've been trying to make a message for you all. I've been trying to put out a video. For a few days now, I've been trying to put out a video. And see, I already told you that the enemy doesn't want me to have this YouTube channel. This is a ministry that God gave me. As I already talked about it before, as you know, my most recent video that I posted where I said, let them mock because God's going to silence your mockers. See, the enemy does not like when God's people are doing what it is that he called them to do. And see, God gave me a ministry just like he gave many of you a ministry. He gave you many of you have blessings and things you're supposed to do with your life, but the enemy has been holding on to your life. And every time you try to move forward, the enemy has been closing you in and blocking it. And see, I made that video and I didn't expect it to get the response that it got. And a lot of people actually liked this video. You were sharing it, so I appreciate that. But see, I have not been able to make a video for the past 3 days. The enemy has been fighting me hard because, like I told you, the enemy wants to hold on to my life and he's been blocking up everything. And for the last 2-3 days, I was trying to take my hair out. I was trying to take my hair. As you all know, I had a protective hairstyle on my hair. And so I had my hair braided up because I like to keep my hair in protective styles. And I kept trying to take these braids out. They were so knotted and tangled up. And I was like, Lord, please help me take it out because I didn't want to cut my hair off. And for the last 2-3 days, I was sitting here, my hair a mess all over my head, just trying to take these braids out because they were so knotted up and tangled up. And there was so much residue from product buildup. And I had been washing my hair the whole time. I've been washing my hair while these braids were in. So they got so matted up because they were in there a little too long. And so I kept saying, Lord, I can't get these braids. And I kept trying. I was struggling with it and fighting with it. And I finally got down. God helped me after it took 2 days. And I was finally down to just one braid that was left. One braid. And I'm trying to get this out and moving it each way. The hair would not come off. I was like, everything was not. I was like, Lord, I just need an opening. Just give me an opening. And so all of a sudden I saw a small little hole, just like this. And I was able to pull the hair off. And then the hair came out. And I was able to get all my hair out and wash my hair and just braid it back up and twist it up. And so that's when it came to me. Because as you know, God reveals messages to me through my everyday lifestyle, things I'm going through. And so it's what he's showing me is that many of you, all you need is a small little opening. And God's going to create that opening for you because, see, the enemy has you blocked in right now. The enemy is fighting you on every end. You're surrounded. Have you ever been on a road in traffic where it's congested and everywhere you go, it's like it's closed in. There's someone around you. Every time you try to move forward, somebody else inches in front and blocks your path. And there's obstructions here and there. And you cannot move. You have no opening. And see, that's all you need is a small little opening. See, God going to make an opening for you. And it's going to be small enough just for you to get through that opening. See, that opening is only for you to get through. Your enemies ain't going to be able to follow you. So they're going to want to try to follow behind you. But see, God is going to make an opening so unexpectedly. Because see, the enemy think he got you blocked in right now. The enemy is trying to stop you and halt you and delay you. Because see, the enemy wants to steal what it is that God has for you. And ain't no enemy about to take nothing. I'm not letting no enemy take nothing from me because I know God gave me this ministry. As I told you all before, how I spent my early years when I first came back to God back in 2007, 2009, 2010. I was walking around the buildings, ministering to young women, praying for them, helping them out, giving them money, buying them groceries, buying them clothes and things they needed for their children, ministering to them, praying for them, helping them out of their bondage, sharing my testimonies with them. And God moved me forward. He said, this is yours. He put me to a new level. And there's devils who are fighting me hard. People with Jezebel spirits, Ahab spirits, people who are filled with pride, think they're going to take over, emulators and copiers, thinking they're going to take the ministry that God gave me. And there's many of you right now where the enemy wants to hold on to your destiny. He wants to hold on to your blessings. He wants to take away your glory and your shine. But you got to say, oh no, devil, you ain't going to have to see because God gave this to me. And wherever you got me blocked in, God's going to create the opening. That's what God is about to do right now because see, your enemies are lining up. They lining up. They trying to keep you from reaching that place that God already predestined for you to go. But as you know, the God has already ordained it. His will shall be done here in earth as it is in heaven. And ain't no devil going to stop anything. The only thing the devil can do is get you to doubt God and not trust in him anymore. See, that's why the devil plays so hard with your mind. That's why he creates so many problems. That's why he got enemies surrounding you, making it look like you ain't going to move forward. That's why he got them blocking you on every end. But guess what? See, you got the Holy Spirit inside of you. See, the same God who brought forth water out of a rock when the children of Israel were sitting in the wilderness and they ain't had no way. The same God that parted the Red Sea when the enemies had them trapped and thought that they couldn't move forward. See, that's the same God that's going to sit here and create an opening for you that only you going to get in it. See, God can create the big, he can move the mountains when he wants to. He can wipe all your enemies out if you want to. But see, that would be too easy for your enemies. See, that's what he want to do. He want to prove something. He like it when it's a challenge. See, that's why he got all your enemies surrounding you, and your enemies thinking you ain't got nowhere to go. They thinking you ain't got nowhere to go. They banking on you not having nowhere to go. But guess what? God created that opening. He said, oh no. See, I want your enemies to surround you. I want you to look like you ain't got no, I want it to look like you ain't got no way. Because see, that's how God works. That's how God works. He wants your enemies to surround you. And that's why they all coming up against you. You might be crying and thinking like, God, why all my enemies surrounding me? But see, that's where God thrives. And I talked about this before. God is a mighty God. And see, he need a challenge. He wanted to look hard so you could know his power. See, if it was too easy, you wouldn't be able to trust in him. You be trusting yourself. He wants to show you that he is a God, that greater is he that is in you, that he who is in the world, that he is more than a conqueror, that he is a mighty God, that when you trust in you, he has the power to move every mountain that stands in your way. So don't cry about your enemies. See, your enemies are surrounding you right now, and God letting them surround you because, see, that's what he wants. He wants it to look like everybody got you trapped. He wants your enemies to think that they got you when you can't move forward. They got you now. They're closing in on you. They closing in. They making it hard and difficult. They bringing forth everybody they got. That's because, see, that's what they got to do anyway, because there ain't no match for God. Why do you think so many enemies come up against you? Why do you think they got to outnumber you? Don't that tell the devil something? Don't that tell us when you got to bring all these people for one man? When you got to bring all these people because your God ain't no match for my God. You tell them that right now. Your God ain't no match for my God. Your witchcraft ain't no match for my God. Your spell work ain't no match for my God. Your hierarchies and your elite organizations ain't no match for my God, because that's why you all got to come up against me. You tell them right now, you can have me surrounded, devil. I don't care how many you got surrounding me, because see, God gonna make a way. He gonna make that opening just enough for me to get through it. And you ain't gonna come through it. He gonna make it, that's all he need. Just like all he needed was the water to come out that mountain just enough. All he needed was the manna to come out of heaven. All he needs. See, God ain't got to work with a lot. All he needs is a few. All he needs, he can work with a little. If he wanted to work with a lot, he could work with a lot. Because he's that type of God. But see, he want to show your enemies who think that they got you outnumbered. He want to show your enemies who think they got you trapped in and closed in when you ain't got nowhere to go and you can't move forward. But see, he said it here. I'm going to make an opening. He going to create an opening. Look, just like he parted that Red Sea. And see, the enemies thought they could come forward when they were chasing out the Israelites. The enemies thought they could get them. But see, God going to close it up. That opening going to be just enough for you. And you only. See, he proving something right now to your enemies. He proving something to you. But see, you got to keep trusting in God. You got to keep standing on him. And see, the enemy going to try to block you on every end. But all you need is that opening. All you need is to trust God and have faith.